Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. There's some things on this Bronco that have been just either bugging me or need immediate attention. So I went ahead and ordered some parts for this guy, and we're going to talk about it and throw some of these guys on the Bronco here. And alright, let's jump into it. Alright guys, problem number one, this button right here, this auto start stop button. For any of you guys that have a newer Bronco, know how annoying that button can be. Every time you come to a stop at a stop sign or a stoplight, the engine of the Bronco will shut off and then it'll start back up again when you start to take off. And it does this anytime you're below 85 degrees. Now, that's annoying. It almost creates like a delay, at least for what I feel is like a delay every time I go to take off. I just don't like it. So what I did is I bought this auto start stop eliminator off of Amazon for about $50. I'll put the link in the description below. So basically what this is going to do, every time you turn the Bronco on, it's just going to automatically turn that button off, so we don't have to do it. Because every time you turn the Bronco on, that button is automatically on. So you have to reach over and turn that button off every time you want to turn it off, which is every time. So we're going to go ahead, open this up, try to figure out how to install it. I believe it plugs in underneath the pedals on the driver's side, obviously. And so every time the Bronco is turned on, that button should just be automatically turned off. So let's get this unpackaged and figure out how to install this. Alright guys, so I got this guy unpackaged, did a little looking. It is underneath the driver's side dash. It's like a little module that's going to stick up right in here above your speaker. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to replace one of the cables that goes into like this black module under here. I'll try to show you here in a minute. So basically you're going to, unplug the plug that's in the module, put that into this female side and put this new male side into the module. You'll have this dongle that comes off, and this is actually the box that's going to turn your auto start stop feature off. So if you ever want to turn it back on, all you have to do is just unplug this guy. It comes with some double-sided tape so it can stick underneath your dash, and it'll look nice like a factory finish. I do want to mention that there is another way of doing this. You can use ForeScan. If you just Google ForeScan for the Broncos or YouTube it, there's a ton of videos out there showing how to use ForeScan. If that kind of stuff scares you, because it is kind of like reprogramming the Bronco, this is just a nice hard feature, like hardware that can eliminate it without having to redo any kind of software. So that's why I went with this feature, because I don't really want to reflash my Bronco just yet, So we're going to use this for now. We're going to see how this works. And all right, let's get this installed. I'm going to try to show you guys where this module is that it's going to get plugged into. All right, guys, so we're up underneath the dash. So just kind of looking here, this is going to be your speaker on your driver's side floor. And just looking up, you're going to be looking at this module right here. So basically the one on the left side is the one that we're going to be taking out. I'm not going to be able to show you guys how to do this because I can't have the camera in here and my hands at the same time. But basically that one on the left side, we're going to be unplugging that and plugging in this dongle. And that should pretty much be the install. I'll show you once that's plugged in how it kind of looks. Alright guys, we have success. So I'm going to get up underneath here and try to show you it. It's kind of hard to see, but it is plugged in there. And I stuck the module straight up top. There's like the firewall up there. It's where I stuck the little dongle module thing. But I did start the Bronco and checked it out. And let's see if she worked. So we're going to try to focus on this button. I'm going to start the Bronco and see what happens. Boom. I did not have to press that button. It just automatically turned off. See if I can get you to focus. Come on now. Focus for me. People want to see. Off. Beautiful. All right. And I also did check. You can also just turn it off. I thought you'd have to unplug that module get it to turn back on again, and that is not the case. You can just press that button to turn it back on, but its default setting is now off. So super excited about that. So let's move on to project number 2. Okay, project number 2. It's gonna be grab handles. Every time I'm in this thing or driving around, I wish I could just have something to grab. My passengers also, every time I'm off-roading or got a long road trip, there's nothing to grab up high in the Broncos. There's only these lower grab handles, which you guys know about, and they're just not good just for long drives to be resting your arm on. They do make like paracord style ones or like rope style ones. I'm just not a fan of those. I feel like they're just kind of flimsy. So what I went ahead and did is ordered these metal, they're like I believe it's like aluminum grab handles. They're gonna go right up here, and I think they're gonna look pretty good, a little more rugged looking than the paracord ones, and I don't know, I think it's gonna kind of match the look of my Bronco a little bit better. So we're gonna go ahead and get these guys installed. Okay, so my first step is let's get out the Bronco toolkit that we have here to try to get out these factory bolts, and they're a little small, so I'm gonna have to go run to the garage and grab the right tools for this. But it's looking like it's probably gonna be like a 5 or 6 mil, and the factory bolts are the ones that's gonna be replacing it are Allen keys. So I'll grab some Allen keys and we'll try to get this taken care of. Alright, so I went to the back of the garage and grabbed a 5/16 socket and a 3/16 Allen key, and that seems to do the trick for both of them. So I'm just going to take this socket, we're going to take out these factory bolts, and then we'll get into installing these new ones. Factory bolts are out. Show you them right now. Well, I lost one, but it's gonna look like that. So, and we're gonna be replacing it with these guys. So, from the looks of it looks like it's gonna go something like this. Where this bolt is gonna go through here. This little half C looking spacer is going to go there, and then that is going to screw in to the factory locations up here. Alright, so I got it installed. I'll show a close-up here in a minute, but I do want to point out it's nowhere near my head, and it feels sturdy. I mean, I feel like I could almost put my whole weight on here. Now, a lot of people probably have questions about this because it does say airbag right here on the roll bar, whatever you want to call this. And I did go look at some YouTube videos and read some forums, and everywhere that I found, this airbag actually shoots down. It's a curtain for the window, so there's a seam right here on this roll bar, and that is where the curtain actually comes down. So this grab handle way up here isn't going to affect that airbag at all. So if that's a concern of yours, if it's a lot concern, then I would probably just stick with the paracord style ones, because those clearly are not going to get in any kind of way. But I feel like there's nothing to worry about with this, and I feel pretty confident with it, and it looks great. So I'll give you guys a little close-up video here. So here's a little close-up video. Don't mind my dirty top. I live in Las Vegas, so it gets pretty dusty out here off-road. But man, I must say, I think this looks great. It matches the tubular style that I have going, like my rock rails there. And it is sturdy. I mean, this isn't going anywhere. I mean, it doesn't move at all. I was concerned that I was going to flex, and that just is not the case. So I'm going to get this installed on the other side, and we will move on to the next project. And they do make these for the back, which I did not order, but man, now that I'm seeing these, I may order the back ones also, because these look great, and I think these are a great addition. So I'm gonna get the other ones installed, and let's move on to the next project. So I got these last passenger side handle installed, and now it's time to move on to the last project, which is going to be the RTR rear tailgate limiting strap. Now you're probably wondering, that's a weird thing for a must-have. Well, if you've seen my past video, I replaced my spare tire carrier with the RTR rear tire carrier, and what that does is it replaces the hinge for your Bronco, and it does not have the stop that the original Bronco had, the original Bronco hinge has. So what that allows the tailgate to do is spin around endlessly. So now this tailgate can go all the way around and touch the body of your Bronco. That may or may not have happened to me. This tailgate caught some wind, came around, and this jerry can ended up hitting my Bronco. These were pretty good dents. I got them already pulled by a professional, and I just need to put some touch-up paint on those. But we need to fix this issue so it doesn't happen again. So the RTR makes a limiting strap for the Bronco to limit how far this tailgate can go out. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that. And so basically that limiting strap is gonna go right here along with your gas shock for your tailgate. Alright, so I pulled all the parts out for this RTR limiting strap for the tailgate, and there's a lot of hardware and miscellaneous pieces that need to be assembled with this. So rather than just showing you exactly how to install this, it does come with very good instructions. I'm just going to go ahead and put this together and show you how it works when it's all done. If you are curious about this and you think you need it for your Bronco, just don't worry, it comes with pretty good instructions. I'll let you know how the install was when it's done. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to put this together, and I'll let you know how long it takes me. And that's a wrap. The RTR rear tailgate limiting strap is on. I am gonna say it was a huge pain to do, only because I needed to take the rear bumper off to do it. I could not get this bracket off that attaches to the body without taking this rear bumper off. There's two bolts that hold it on, and this piece of the metal was actually getting in my way. So unfortunately I had to take my bumper off to do it, but all said and done, it wasn't too bad. You can see how it works. It uses these little set screws, and you can adjust its location. If I can get the focus here. You can adjust its location, so depending on how far you want it to open and come to a stop. And so I have mine set, and as you can see, it does not touch the body of my Bronco. It comes to a nice stop. Pretty happy with how that works. You can see, closes nicely. You can't see it. It's pretty well hidden underneath the Bronco. Let's see if I can show you guys. You can see it just a little bit, but not too bad. And we open her up, slides open, let the Bronco fully open, boom, comes to a stop. Extremely happy with that. And that about comes to a wrap for all the mods that we have for today. I just want to take a second and thank you guys for all the support so far. The last two videos that I did actually did pretty well, and I think we're up to about 150 subscribers right now, which to me just blows my mind, especially for YouTube, which is like one of the hardest platforms to take off on. I am going to keep working on this Bronco. I'm going to start doing more videos. I'd like to do more videos actually going out and doing some off-road events with the local community out here. Sin City Broncos does a lot of cool trail rides. There's a couple other cool groups that does trail rides around here, and I'd like to take you guys along for that journey. The camera, I did get a new camera today. I'm using a new camera for this video just to test it out. I know it's a little bit of focusing issues and a little bit of color issues. It seems like I'm pretty red right now. I don't know how it's going to look on TV, but bear with me. We'll work with it, and hopefully they make the next video better. But anyways, like, follow, subscribe, and yeah, see you in the next one. Cue the B-roll.